Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to talk about USNA Naval Academy ship selection.
And I specifically wore my Annapolis Navy shirt.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I'm Philip and this is,
Julia.
and we both graduated from the Naval Academy in 2020. And yeah, so this is our YouTube channel. Welcome.
So we're both nuke SWO, so we're going to be nuke engineers on a ship in the Navy. That's going to be our job. So we'll be on a carrier because in the Navy, our carriers are powered by nuclear power, if you do not know. And then
Yes.
it's actually very, very safe. In like the past multiple decades, we've never had a nuclear incident happen on a Navy ship. So very proud to be part of the community. However, our primary job is still a surface warfare officer, which means we're a ship driver.
Yep. So with that, at the Naval Academy, our first ship we choose is not a carrier. So we have to go to nuclear power school, but before that, we have to get pinned. So basically, we have to learn how to drive a ship, and we'll be on a ship for a little under 2 years. Regular surface warfare officers, not nuclear, are on it for 2 to 3 years usually, but we'll be
Yeah.
on it for a little under 2 years and get our pin a little faster usually. So to do that, we have to choose a ship that is a little more active usually, and with that a lot of us go overseas. So both of us are going to Japan, and we both chose ships in Japan. So yeah, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and then at the academy, when you pick your ship, there's a whole process called the ship selection night.
Yes.
It's actually so much fun and it's really nerve-wracking. So at the academy, you're ranked. I think there's a weighting system like
Yeah, a
academic,
bunch
your
of different things
GPA
go into it.
is like weight like a certain percentage, and then your physical fitness with a certain percentage. Whether you're a varsity athletes, like weigh something. If you are a student leadership position, like weigh something, and they put it's like a very complicated equation. And then, like as students, we never found out how they calculated that. But they would generate a number
Yeah.
and then stack you up against
Most
your
of it's
classmates.
academics, like I'd say.
It
A
really
lot of it.
depends. It really depends.
I'd say most of it's academics based on where I was ranked. Most of it's academics.
Yes, it's academic, but let's say
Yeah.
my GPA and someone who's a varsity athlete who have exactly the same GPA as
If
me.
you both have 4.0s, maybe something will bump you over. But if you're looking at like a 2.5 and a 4.0, don't worry about it. But yeah, anyways, with ship selection, yeah,
but
so
that's ranking.
it happens at the beginning of January, and you're ranked with all the other people who are going surface. So you're ranked so many different ways at the Naval Academy. You're ranked with your entire class of 1,000 people, but then they break you down. Like they don't worry about the pilots or the people going Marine Corps, which I almost went Marine Corps, but that's another video because of her. But yeah, so we're ranked just with the surface people, and that's usually about 25% of your class, about a quarter, so about 250 to maybe a little more than that. I think we had like 260 or
Yeah.
70 or something. But yeah, we're all ranked together. I ended up being around mid 100s. She was like number 2.
No.
She was in the teens.
Yeah.
So obviously you can tell her academics were a lot better.
But that doesn't mean
yeah.
anything because again, we're all gonna be in Japan and then like on a very similar ship.
Yeah, so in the end, like it might not help
really
you out
doesn't
at all,
matter.
but it could be if you're number like 250 versus number 2, could be the difference between you getting like Road to Spain or Japan or San Diego or something you want versus like Norfolk. Like the last
Yeah.
people usually only get like Norfolk,
Yeah.
Virginia.
And so like, but just like what we're talking about in the Navy, a lot of things can change. So even if you're number one,
Yeah.
or like my friend who's actually the number two, and I am not the number two because her GPA is way higher than mine. So like, she's actually the number two. She chose like a very new ship out of Rhoda Span. However, she and we did grad school together, and because that put us behind schedule, and then a lot of things happened, and then she actually got changed into a ship that's in Norfolk that's very, very, very old, and then so she got put on the same ship as the people who were ranked in the 200s. So like, and then it really doesn't matter because it's still an amazing ship, and then I'm sure she'll still get a lot of experience out of it. So just don't, like be like, oh, this is it. Don't get very attached to a certain ship or certain idea.
Because the Navy will screw you over in an instant is the point of that story. So yeah, no, with that, the actual ship selection night was pretty cool. For us, it happened right before COVID. It was like at the end of January, 2020, right? Or yeah, a year ago, a little over a year ago. So yeah, a few months before COVID started, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So basically,
we'll put a bunch of pictures up here too.
Yeah, we'll try and put some pictures up. We went and ate a dinner with a bunch of people, high-ranking officers and stuff were there at your table. I remember specifically I started like eating the dessert before the high-ranking officer did, and I just looked really stupid. But yeah, there are a bunch of like etiquette classes you'll go to at the Naval Academy, and you'll learn all about that.
And and before COVID, your family and friends are allowed to be there. There's like actual people from like TV streaming this live on YouTube.
Yeah,
and everything.
It's still live. Like you can look it up. I have
but it's much like it's really cool. Like a lot of family and friends and sponsor families show up and cheer you all, and then you sit according to your rank.
Yep.
And there's a huge board in the auditorium, and then like all your ship name and number. You own a magnet.
Yeah, and you walk up, pick whatever one you want off the board. But yeah, there's a big projector that'll put your name up, and you get to do like a fun fact and
like a walk-up song. Yeah, and then you walk up with your walk-up song.
Cool. Yeah.
And then like a cool for ship selection. I think the biggest thing to look at is location. So there is Yokosuka, Japan, Sasebo, Japan, Rhoda, Spain, Hawaii, San Diego, Washington State, Mayport, Florida, Norfolk. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, Norfolk, Virginia. I think those are the big ones. I don't think... Sometimes there might be a Guam or some... There wasn't this year.
And then like Norfolk normally had the most spots. Like Norfolk had like over 100 spots open. Yeah. So, but people like... I think it's just because Naval Academy is on the East Coast and so close to Norfolk. And then, it's like even though Norfolk is Virginia Beach and it is great, but you're going against like... Japan, like near Tokyo, and like Hawaii and San Diego. So like in comparison, it's just not as desirable.
Yeah, I mean, and then where there's a lot of something, people are like, oh, I don't want that.
However, like a lot of time, like you also take into consideration of the ship hull number. The hull number indicates how new the ship is. Let's say like my hull number is DDG 69. Actually, my hull number, I'll put another picture up here. I did not make that up.
They started with DDG 50. Those are destroyers in the Navy. Yeah.
And then 69 is like after that. And then they keep making new ones. The hull number keep going up.
Right now, they're up into like the 110s or something.
like 115, 120.
Yeah. So she's a little older.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I had the opportunity to pick a super, super new one. But because of this guy.
She wanted to go to Japan. So, yeah. But yeah, no, we both chose for location. We both wanted to go to Japan. So I chose a cruiser out of Japan, CG. I started off on 54, and then I ended up going to 67. So, it'll move around. Yeah, so
definitely.
It's not a big deal at all.
And then it also depends on the platform. Some people want to be on a bigger ship, like on a carrier or amphib, like the ship that carries Marines. Some people want to be like us, want to be on a smaller ship.
In hindsight, I probably would have gone with a bigger ship, but yeah, it's fun living in a room with 12 guys for a year. Probably.
Hindsight 2020.
Yes,
you can never be fully prepared. You can never make the right decision because it doesn't matter what decision you make. It is meant to be, and it is the right decision.
Yeah, but in the end, we'll be on there for less time. Thankfully, we won't be there for like 2.5+ years. Like we do technically 21 months, give or take a few months, and then we're off to nuke school, and that'll be another video, I'm sure. But yeah.
So here's ship selection night at the Naval Academy. You can leave any question, comments, concerns below. We will reply. And then if you are a midshipman trying to pick a ship, we're both going to Japan. He's going on cruiser, I'm on destroyer. And then we both been to Florida, Norfolk, and San Diego. We can give you our very honest opinion of each port.
Yep.
So feel free to ask. We always reply.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.